Today is a special video, and now the third time I will have been recording the 55 gallons feeding of bloodworm cubes. This is now the tank at what I would say, in my opinion, is its best. It houses one platinum angelfish, a red-tailed shark minnow, a blood parrot, a red-humped geophagus. I might redo this video. Ooh, damn. An electric blue Acara, if you didn't see it get chased. I also saw, there he is, a mouth-brooding Severum, black swordtail, two bristlenose plecos, one super red, the other is a green dragon. The green dragon's the one you can see right now, kinda. If I can get a good view on it. There you go. You can kind of see it. You mainly see its poop, which it just let go. That's just great. It's got a fucking poop noose. That's great. And then there's this guy. I love this guy. He's a pearl gourami. Absolutely beautiful scalation. These guys are often considered one of the most beautiful freshwater fish for a reason. And they are certainly a spectacle, though he doesn't do much. He kind of just guards this one spot, and sometimes he goes over there and fucks with the angelfish, because he's such a silly little goofball. But the real stars of the show are the big boys. So here in the dark abyss, we have a bloodworm ready. We get to watch this go. This is going to be a surprise to everybody, because they didn't get to see it coming. And watch him go. Whew. Everybody's in on the action now. Looks like the electric blue Acara got the big chunker. Everybody else is playing catch up. Oh, you can see the super red now. Looks like the super red joined in on the action. He's a gorgeous pleco. A lot of bright colors in this tank. There's bright whites, you got the patterns, the bright red and black on the red tail. Don't even get me started on this guy. This guy's like a... They're an entirely different species than the common Severum that you will find in the hobby. I don't remember the exact one for the true banded cichlid, which is what most Severums are. But these guys, which are known as mouth-rooting Severums, are Heros liberifer. Their care, though, is the exact same. As their main difference is in color. They're very similar to the rock keel or red shoulder subspecies, as well as the green. They have many qualities in the finnage and the colors that they possess. And he is very happy that I'm sticking the camera in his face. Often you'll see him down here. This is his favorite spot. He often chooses to fight the much, at least currently, larger blood parrot and red-humped geophagus, which are the bestest of friends. Though they like to fight, but they always sit next to each other, so I don't know if it's playful or they just hate each other, and they hate each other so much that they can't get enough of each other. Kind of like this electric blue Acara here, which I got just when it was a little fingerling. Such a cute little bugger. He's gotten this big within a few months. Him and the angelfish, which, well, usually he keeps to himself, but the only fish he'll ever fight is literally just the electric blue acara, who is one of the thickest fish in this tank. Keep in mind, this guy is about as thin as a piece of paper. He's got some thickness to him, but he is no thickness to write home about when you compare him to someone like Quasimodo here. It was just a gargantuan and taking a massive doo-doo. That's great. I love these fish. These fish are great. There's the super red. See him cruising. And down here is the green dragon. I named them Bob and Larry. They look pretty Christian and vegetable colored, so I thought it worked. Just a little bit of footage for these guys. Like I said, this is the third time I've ever recorded, and this is the first time I've ever caught them actually coming out to do stuff because of the bloodworms. And because these guys are so chunky, I mean, you saw this guy, who I named, Mac at Night. I had to remember what I named him. His name's Mac at Night. He literally will take entire chunks. Or literally will eat the entire ball. So, gotta let everyone else get it first. Whew. Until the blood parrot really wants it the most, but that mouth just completely and utterly stops this guy from doing whatever he wants to do. He wants to grab something, he just can't. He either has to inhale it, or pray to God it gets close enough to him. Looks like he got lucky now, because he's got the corner on the last big supply though, so good for him. This is probably, and this is no offense to any of the other fish, because I love all of the fish in this tank. This blood parrot is one of my favorite fish. He has grown insanely large. Granted, I think I've had him for about half a year now, but he's not exactly like a small fish. Like, he wasn't small when I got him, but he has grown to be one of the largest fish I own. Other than the fish in here, the only fish that gets close is the Jack Dempsey in my 40-gallon tank. This guy, though, plays also. This is such an underrated species to me. These are Geophagus steindechneri. I also know them as the red hump Geophagus. I know these guys best as one of the most recent additions to PetSmart's cichlid roster, though I didn't get mine at PetSmart. I just know that PetSmart sells them now. But what makes these guys special for Geophagus is similar to the pearl earth-eater, or Braziliensis. They are not true Geophagus. True Geophagus are the Gymnogeophaguses and things like, say, Tapajos, or the orange head. The orange head and redhead Tapajos, the Saveni. This is more a Geophagus, but much more evolved. Or, that's not a good way of putting it. This is very easy to do free range. I really should have thought about what I was going to say. But these guys are very independent for geos. This guy is actually one of the bosses of the tank. He has been a boss of the tank for a very long time. There actually once was a pearl earth eater in this tank, and I had to surrender him because this guy specifically just wasn't giving him a break. Most geos, they just stress out, and that's it. That's that. They need big groups, or they tend to be very sensitive stress levels, but these guys are insane when it comes to it. I mean, you can see this guy's main opponent is a Central American hybrid, and they do just fine together. You can see them, of course, fighting for space. Just such a great array in this tank. I'll probably actually do a video where it's not just me rambling while feeding them bloodworms, where I actually just talk about this tank. But I thought it would be perfect to start videos with what is, in my opinion, one of the best tanks that I've made. It's just one of my favorite setups that I own. If I end up posting this, I would like to say thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more generally content like this, but don't expect me to stick to just fish stuff. I do plan, and I do own a snake, and I plan to own more reptiles soon, as long as I can get money eventually. So it's primarily just fish, but I'm gonna do other content too. But for now, see me more as just another dime a dozen pet channel. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'm some guy named John, and this is the end of a video that feels like it's from 2008.